Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker who lived at the Cecil Hotel. The year is 1985. Los Angeles is in the grip of fear. A serial killer is terrorizing the city, entering homes at night, killing indiscriminately, and leaving behind a trail of horror. He called himself the Night Stalker. His real name was Richard Ramirez. And for part of his killing spree, he lived in one of the most infamous buildings in America, the Cecil Hotel. This is the story of Richard Ramirez and the evil he brought inside the walls of the Cecil. Early life. Richard Ramirez was born on February 29, 1960 in El Paso, Texas. He had a troubled childhood marked by violence, abuse, and early exposure to crime and death. He idolized his cousin, a Vietnam War veteran who showed him disturbing photographs of torture and killings. As a teen, Ramirez turned to drugs, theft, and Satanism. He moved to California in his early 20s, drifting between San Francisco and Los Angeles. By 1984, he began to escalate from theft to murder, the Night Stalker murders. From 1984 to 1985, Ramirez carried out a wave of brutal home invasions across Southern California. He broke into houses at night, often through unlocked doors or windows. His crimes were random. His victims ranged from young children to elderly couples. Ramirez used a variety of weapons: knives, guns, hammers, and his bare hands. He raped, tortured, and mutilated. In several cases, he left satanic symbols at the crime scenes or forced his victims to swear to Satan. He became known as the Night Stalker, a name given by the media as the city grew increasingly terrified. Hiding at the Cecil Hotel. During his killing spree, Ramirez was living at the Cecil Hotel. By the mid-1980s, the Cecil had become a run-down, low-budget residence in a dangerous part of downtown LA. With its history of suicides and murders, it attracted people trying to disappear, and that made it the perfect hideout for Ramirez. Reports say he would return to the hotel after his murders, sometimes covered in blood. He'd walk through the lobby in soiled clothes, throw them in the dumpster, and head to his room barefoot. Incredibly, no one stopped him. No one asked questions. It was just another night at the Cecil Hotel. The arrest. On August 30th, 1985, a group of citizens in East LA recognized Ramirez from his wanted poster. They chased him down, beat him, and held him until police arrived. He was arrested and later charged with 13 counts of murder, 5 attempted murders, 11 sexual assaults, and 14 burglaries. At his trial, he showed no remorse. He laughed, made devil horn hand gestures, and declared, "Hail Satan." In 1989, Ramirez was convicted and sentenced to death. But he would sit on death row for decades, never executed. Life in prison and death. 9. While on death row at San Quentin State Prison, Ramirez remained defiant. He became something of a dark celebrity, receiving fan mail and even getting married while incarcerated. He died in 2013 of complications related to lymphoma at the age of 53. He never showed remorse. He never confessed to all his crimes. And to many, he remains a symbol of pure evil. Cecil Hotel connection. Richard Ramirez's connection to the Cecil Hotel only deepened its dark legend. The idea that one of America's most feared serial killers used the hotel as a base horrified the public. It confirmed what locals already felt, that the Cecil wasn't just haunted by ghosts, but by real monsters. Ramirez's presence there changed the building forever. He wasn't the first killer to stay there, and he wouldn't be the last. Cultural impact. The Night Stalker case became one of the most widely publicized criminal trials of the 1980s. His story has inspired books, documentaries, and dramatizations. In Netflix's Night Stalker: The Hunt for a Serial Killer, Ramirez is portrayed as a terrifying figure hiding in plain sight. The case also changed how LA residents thought about home security. Many began locking doors and installing alarms. But perhaps the most disturbing part is how Ramirez thrived in the shadows. invisible in a city full of lights. Legacy of terror. The name Richard Ramirez still sends shivers down the spine. He was more than just a serial killer. He was chaos incarnate. He left behind shattered lives, unanswered questions, and an enduring legacy of fear. And the Cecil Hotel, already infamous, would never be the same after him. What do you think it means that Ramirez chose the Cecil Hotel as his base? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Mystery Logbook for more true crime and unsolved mysteries. This is part of our Cecil Hotel series, where we break down the building's most terrifying residents and events. Coming up next, the story of Jack Unterweger, the killer who returned to murder while pretending to be a journalist, all while staying at the Cecil. Hit that bell so you don't miss it.